did a lot of things that I knew you would. Let me in the city, now I'm going through it. You a slimed out baby, no good for me, no good. Did a lot of dirt like I knew you would.
Alrighty, welcome back to the YouTube channel, guys. Now in this video, I want to basically walk you guys through how I eat throughout the entire day in order to, number one, perform at a pretty high level. Currently, I'm running 2 different companies. I have my advertising agency. I also have Apex, which is my one-to-one fitness coaching program, which if you guys want to work with me directly to get into incredible shape within the next 90 to 100 days, maybe even 6 months, then let me know. I'll leave a link down in the description. But anyways, I want to walk through how I eat throughout the entire day in order to perform at a high level, operate these companies, but also stay very, very lean throughout the entire year as well. That is something that's very, very important to me. I want to look in top tier shape year round. I don't want to, bulk and then cut, et cetera, et cetera. So I think you guys will find this very, very insightful. And then as always, if you guys have any questions, drop them into the comments. Now, the first thing that I want to talk about though is intermittent fasting. Now, this is not something that I do every single day. It is something that I do most of the times throughout the entire week, and I want to explain why I do it. Intermittent fasting, first of all, it's not some super magical thing that's just going to make you shredded out of nowhere. At the end of the day, it is calories in and calories out. You can still do an intermittent fast and then overeat all of your calories and then be very slow and lethargic and overweight still. You know what I mean? It's not going to solve all your problems. However, if you are in a calorie deficit, intermittent fasting can be very, very powerful in order to actually boost your results a little bit further too. Or a couple of reasons as to why I do it. The first thing is it is less time for me to spend cooking and cleaning in the morning. It is an extra 30 to 60 minutes that I get in the morning where I don't have to, make all the food, prep everything beforehand, whatever, clean it up afterwards. I could just dive straight into work. I got my espresso. We're moving into what I need to be doing that day. So from a time standpoint, it's very, very helpful. The other thing is from a mental clarity standpoint, it is also very, very helpful because when you're digesting, your body is burning calories and it's spending a lot of energy just digesting a lot of the food. If I don't have any food in my system, all of that energy is just going to my brain, especially if I had a pretty big dinner the night before. I've got food in my system. I have enough to get me through until about 11 a.m., maybe 12 p.m. or maybe at 1 p.m. around there. My mental clarity is just much, much better when I'm in an intermittent fast. But again, it comes down to calories in and calories out at the end of the day. If you want to lose weight, you have to have less calories. Something that I recommend when you are doing intermittent fasting is staying very, very hydrated. And that doesn't mean just water alone. So having something like electrolytes. So I'm currently trying out these Santa Cruz electrolytes. I already have some in this water. I'm gonna have that right now, and then we'll hop over to the espresso machine itself. Obviously, during the fast itself, it's good to still have coffee. However, I just want to make it very clear. If you're having lattes and cappuccinos, you are breaking the fast and you're essentially ruining the whole point of the fast. Black coffee though, if you have an espresso or if you have an Americano, you're not going to be breaking the fast. Intermittent fasting might not work for all of you guys, and that is totally fine. Maybe you just hate doing an intermittent fast and you need to have breakfast. Again, everybody's different. That's totally fine. Or if you have a much more, let's say, physically intense job where you need to have food in your system, that's totally fine. Or maybe for some of you guys, you don't have any time during lunch, and so you need to have a breakfast and then you need to have a dinner, and that's just what's gonna make most sense for you guys. Now, during the days where I train in the morning, because most of my training sessions right now are in the evening, when I train in the morning, and I know for some of you guys too, you are working out in the morning, it's good to have a breakfast right after that. Here's what I recommend. Make sure that you prioritize protein, and also make sure you get a little bit of carbs in. Best types of carbs in the morning could be, some sourdough, some, oats, for example. Do not start your day with a donut or with a pastry or a croissant. Work around your schedule. You don't have to do the intermittent fast. Sometimes it's fine to eat in the morning, but prioritize protein, have healthy carb sources. At the end of the day, if you're trying to stay lean, just make sure you're in a calorie deficit. Alrighty, so I just wrapped up a couple hours of work. Very solid start to the day so far, but now it is lunchtime, and one of the things that I love about the place where I live here is I actually have a grocery store right below the building, so I literally go to floor number 2, pick up what I need to. I understand it's not the case for everybody though, but regardless, I thought it would be good to just get a bunch of food that I usually get and show you guys typically what I will buy. So red meat is a very, very big part of my diet. I think there are so many benefits. I'll probably make another YouTube video about this, about the benefits of red meat. I usually do steaks or ground beef here. Got some eggs here. Make sure that they are pasture raised. And then we have bananas. Bananas are great for pre-workouts, things like that. I'll show you guys later on actually what I'm gonna make before I go work out. But bananas, berries, fruits right here, and yogurt. These are kind of the snacks that I'll buy. As you can see here, I'm not buying chips, I'm not buying candy, I'm not buying croissants and things that are just not optimal for performance. A big thing that I want you guys to understand is wherever you're working, whether it's from home or if you're working at an office, make sure that you put yourself or set up your environment in a way where the foods that you have available, the snacks that you have available are healthy, that they are gonna be good. So these are great options right here, for example. I'm cooking up ground beef here. Today, that's gonna be my main source of protein. As I'm cooking up the ground beef, I'm not gonna break my fast and go straight to red meat. I'm going straight to the berries. So berries are great to break the fast with. Something a little bit lighter, gets my stomach ready for some food. But I'll kind of snack on blackberries, raspberries, blueberries as I'm cooking this up. And then this is very easy and quick to make also. I know a lot of you guys that are busy, you don't have a lot of time. You could do meal prep, or if you're cooking the day, let's say if you work from home like I do, this only takes me like 7-10 minutes to cook everything up. Don't add a bunch of butter and oil and all of that onto the pan as you're making the ground beef. You're adding a ton of extra calories, and there's already fat within the beef too, where if you just cook it directly on the pan, like you'll be perfectly fine without that extra butter. Lunch is ready. So we have some ground beef, got some mangoes, and then we have some avocados too. Mainly protein here, and then I have some carbs here from the mangoes, some sugar obviously, some very, very healthy fats from the avocado. Sometimes I will skip carbs entirely, but I'm gonna have a little bit of carbs here just because I'm gonna have a pretty intense workout. That's what I got for today. Single ingredient foods. Highly recommend that you guys do that. It will change your life. I really believe that. Lunch is done. What I'm gonna do after lunch always is have another espresso. I'm actually gonna do a little bit of like an iced latte kind of vibe. Caffeine, I'll have a couple of times a day. Sometimes I have too much caffeine, but I do try to stick to one rule, which is to cut it off in the afternoon. I don't wanna have a lot of caffeine after like 2 p.m., especially 3 p.m., because then you'll still have a lot of caffeine in your system, which then affects your sleep and then your performance for the next day too. And then I'm gonna go for probably a quick walk right now, dive into some more work after that. That way when I go back into work, I'm not completely in a food coma. Go for a walk after you eat, and then you're gonna feel much, much better after that, and you're gonna perform much better. Your mental clarity is gonna be much better for the remaining part of the day from there too. So I'm gonna make this coffee, go take my walk. Just got back from a couple of hours of work that I did after that walk that I was telling you about earlier. It's a beautiful day out here in Tampa, so now it's time to go and train. I personally don't ever do pre-workout powder or like energy drinks or something like that, very rarely. But most of the time, this is what I recommend for you guys too, is to have your carbs right before your workout. Maybe 30 minutes before a workout is the ideal time to do it. So whether that's bread or rice, sweet potato, or even just regular potato, those kind of carb sources are gonna be very, very good right before the workout. Your muscles will look much bigger and much fuller too, so the pump is just gonna be a lot better too. So that's basically what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna have this pre-workout. I just have some very simple sourdough, some peanut butter, some bananas, some honey, just 2 slices, knock that out, we're good to go. And then it's going to be one of the most incredible pumps that you will ever see.
I'm going through it. You was slimed out, baby, no good for me, no good. Did a lot of dirt like I knew you would. Let me on my own, now I'm going through. I'm a turned up nigga from the 6 side, breaking down a backwood. There's a fine line, cause them niggas treat you good, but I treat you real good. Alright. Tryna act like I'm right, but I'm not alright. I was down from the jump, we are not alike. Gave you 3 strikes, now you need another strike. Alright. I should treat you like them niggas that I know you like. I don't even got a type, I got a prototype. Feel like everything I got be in and overnight. Alright. Now you plotting on the kid, trying to reunite. We gon' have to get to catching up another time. Cause I'm here for the night and I'm going through. You a slimed out, baby, no good for me, no good. Did a lot of things that I knew you would. Let me in the city, now I'm going through it. You a slimed out, baby, no good for me.
What's going on, guys? So we're going to get a quick dinner, hang out with some friends at a new rooftop bar here in Tampa. Never been, but we're about to check it out. A couple of things that I'm keeping in mind. So this is my last meal of the day, so I want to make sure that I still get all of the protein in that I need to. I'm going to try to keep it as clean as I possibly can. But I'm also keeping in mind that I have a long run that I'm doing tomorrow. I want to carb up and make sure that I have enough fuel in my body for that long run tomorrow morning. Typically my dinners are gonna be much, much bigger too. So we'll see what the options are. We'll see what they have here. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. Let's figure it out. We had a little bit of a change of plans. So we were gonna go to this rooftop bar. One of us is not 21.
I won't say who. So we had to change our location, but we went downstairs here to another spot that I've been to before. It's called Counterculture in Tampa. I got an appetizer here. It's basically just bread with burrata cheese, very tasty. I'm not doing anything absolutely crazy, some crazy appetizer. Sometimes I will, but just for today, I want to get some more carbs in because again, I'm running long run tomorrow morning. So I'm gonna have the bread here, have the cheese, and then we got a couple other good dishes on the way too. So we'll show you guys what I got and why I got them too. Amazing. I got myself a little bit of tequila here. I don't know what else is in it, but it's fire. You don't have to completely abandon alcohol. You can have some here and there. Alcohol has a ton of extra calories, so if you're having it continuously but everything else is in check, then you're still going to be like not making the progress that you want to be making because you're just having way too many empty calories. Once in a while, totally fine. It's not going to kill you. Anytime I'm going to see a steak, I'm probably going to order the steak. So this is going to get me a lot of protein here. This is a wood-fired New York strip. We got some asparagus on here. We got some, from what it seems like, mashed potato or something. Most of the time, I'm going to get myself a steak and I'm going to feel incredible afterwards. As I'm having this, I'm keeping in mind that I didn't have too many carbs. I had some of that bread. There was another appetizer that I got, which we didn't film, but it was like a mushroom toast thing. But I still want to have a little bit more carbs before I go to bed. So we'll figure out what that's going to be. Maybe it's a dessert. Maybe it's something that I have when I get back home. Anyways, that's going to be dinner for today. I'm going to dig into this. We'll see you guys in the next segment of the video. All right, we're back at the crib, guys. Had a great dinner, which you guys obviously saw. So my protein goal is minimum 190 grams to 200 grams. You guys saw obviously with the pound of ground beef that I had earlier, that's close to 100 grams. And then the steak that I had at the restaurant was roughly 50, 60 grams, around there, if I wanted to give it an estimate. So I still have a couple of grams of protein that I gotta get in today. Plus, I'm honestly still a little bit hungry. I had that food, which was delicious. It was amazing, but I'm coming back home right now. I still want a little bit of like a late night snack. I'm gonna have this right now. I really like Chobani yogurt right here because as you can see it has 20 grams of protein. So I'm gonna have both of these. Usually I have them with some kind of berries or throw some pecans in here or something like that, but we are out of berries. We just have some frozen ones, so I'm gonna toss that in, and then that's basically gonna be it for today. So that's how I eat in a day. Hopefully this has been helpful for you guys. Hopefully it has been insightful. If you guys have any questions, as always, let me know. And hey, if you're looking to get into incredible shape, you wanna follow a proven process, a process that has worked time and time again for myself, for my clients, shoot me a DM on Instagram or even just hit the link down in the description to book in a time and speak with myself. I'd love to see where you're at, see what your goals are, see if I can even help. I do not work with everybody. I want to make that very clear. You have to be someone that I think I can actually help out. So go ahead, click the link. I look forward to speaking with you soon. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.